compound. Um, my new song in the background, Never Stop. About to be available pretty soon. My new album, It's Super MLROSE. So yeah, can't stop. Gotta get this all the way to the top. I was gonna say something else, but I can't say that because situation with the current person and that trademark statement that was used by that person. But I'm about to go into my own situation right now and talk about some topics, some things that I've been discussing with family members. I've been seeing on social media. I've also been discussing with close family member. Um, I'm not today with Mrs. Marcy for MLK, my usual host. I'm solo dolo doing this on a bolo. So yeah, I'm about to get into it. You feel me? So let's talk about it. Whoa. So one of the biggest topics right now that everybody is talking about and that keeps popping up on the social media timelines, you already know about the young man or the gentleman or the person or the entity, you already know, and the indictments and all the stuff that's going on. I mentioned this back in a podcast, I think way back when I was talking to you about they're going to start breaking down most of these so-called what you would call them icons in the hip hop community, um, and how that this whole plot was to destroy the essence of the hip hop community. Um, that's why they formatted it the way they did, with one side being the bad side, one side being the good side, until the good side decided to become the nomad side slash anti-hero like Venom. They became not a hero, but were heroes, but didn't really stand on any different places. But the collective minds who started the hip hop generation stuck with the idea that they want to stay the heroes and keep the knowledge and information to give to the youth. With that said, I want to make another. Not, I don't do predictions because I'm not a psychic. I don't have psychic abilities. I cannot see the future. I cannot see anything. I just do. Um, I'm in touch with my spiritual side and the Most High. Like I said, my religion is believe in the Most High, the King of Heaven and Earth. Whatever religion that you follow that is good for you, that makes you feel comfortable, go ahead, as long as you're not hurting, harming, forcing it upon anybody, or trying to threaten or use it in a way to leverage over them so they cannot operate in a normal fashion in society. I believe in people's rights. I believe in everybody has their rights, but I also believe that people of our nationality are always um, used as stepping stones for others who cannot advocate for themselves or either do not know how to fight the system for themselves. So they will try to use your struggles to weaponize against you and also to control their narrative to get what they have and to use you, like I said, once again, as a sacrifice to get to where they need to go. With that said, once again, I support all rights, so please respect and support mine as a human being and my constitutional rights and the right of freedom of speech is something that you cannot ban, stop, or cannot dictate and tell me what I cannot say, feel, think, or want to express as long as I'm not hurting, harming, forcing, or doing anything in that nature to anyone. So, with that said, the first and real topic I wanted to get into, and I'm going to be focusing on this for a moment, is the presidential election. Now, this is very important. You know, I'm going to be going out and getting my paperwork really soon. I'm going to be picking the topics that I want to see um, fixed, and then I'm going to analyze them, and then I'm going to figure out who I'm going to vote for based upon their research, their documentation, their insight, and what these so called bills and laws will help in my community for people that look like me or just for people in general in the area that I frequent or the state that I live. Um, yes, we're seeing that The candidates themselves are something that, are pretty much a worldwide show. At this point in time in our history, this country has become a big show, to me, like a reality TV show, a circus. It is not really standing on business like the young people would state. It's not on all 10 toes. Seems to be a lot of different things going on. Money's being spent, once again, like I stated, on things that are not really, to me, somewhat of importance, and money's being withheld from those who really need them for issues that are very important. So we're here again. We're at this point in time in history where we can make very important decisions. And these decisions are based upon a little pin that we will all be going to an election poll, or either you'll be going to electric election poll. I think I did mine the other prior year with the other president at electric election poll, where you just press these little buttons and you'll pick your candidate, and you was like kind of covered up with a little, um, curtain behind you. Nobody can see what you done. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna put mines and post it on IG, or I'm gonna post it on Facebook because I want to explain why I'm picking these candidates. I want to kind of give a clarification, and I'm going to give a little insight of what I'm thinking to people that do watch, or anybody that's listening, or take a time to just browse my channel, because I just want you to understand that I'm not just an uneducated person that's just picking anything just to be a part of an in crowd. I'm doing it because there's a purpose and a reason for it. I don't do anything without a purpose and a reason. I feel that's kind of crazy just to go jump off of a ledge for somebody based upon popularity or imagery, because imagery is nothing, thirst is everything. First thing first. Remember when you got that from back in the days, remember? All right. Um, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to put that out there so people can understand that most of the time, we as the people in this common ground that we stand on in these urban communities, are these places of society that do not have the best outlets of income. We based our opinions and our emotions on what is popular, what is the norm for other people, what does everybody else like. It's not based upon what we like. We were first structured as a people that stood on our true morals and our foundations of our skin color, heritage, um, and really loved who we were in our own skin. Fast forward in this day and age, things have changed very drastically. People do not like who they are. People are trying to get their skin bleached. People do not want to be anymore, um, I guess, seen as a certain nationality. They want to distance themselves from being a certain race. This to me was all the brainwash, like I said. And with that brainwash came the breaking down of the culture and the structure of our people, which is you can see within the hip hop music. It was first a music that was based upon us having conversations, giving out knowledge and information of self, of what was going on in our communities, the brutality, the injustice that we faced in our communities, the problematic um, situation of not having resources, and the officials that we elected that would not hear us out, and we would put them in wraps, and we would pretty much expose them until they would give, or they would be seen to where they had to shift the narrative. That's what the music was really used for, and the culture was used for. It was used to give a power to the common people, right? As you can see now, it's not used for that narrative no more. They have constructed it to be a low vibration frequency to bring destruction amongst each other and to asphyxiate on each other. Asphyxiating is meaning that you need to get some confirmation from me when you pull up in a car playing loud music, um, which makes no sense. I'm not a female. If you're a male, I'm a male. I'm not really interested in what you're doing. But in this day and age, the mentality and the mindset that's put together within the music that we listen to that has the vibration of a frequency of a low level is you need to see me and you need to look at me. For what purpose, what reason, I do not know. Um, but this is what this is used for. This is why they want us to be seen in a very negative, stereotypical perspective in society. This is why when you go places, they tend to try to anger you very fastly. They tend to try to question you. They come at you all the time asking you questions that they can ask anybody else. They'll bypass other people just to irritate you or to see where your mind is at. It's like you're being tested on a daily basis. But you're not the mass shooters, but you are the gang shooters. And like I stated, if you look at the way the word's now weaponized, from when gang culture was around in the hip hop early 70s to 80s, drive-by shooters and gang bangers was really known to be only the a nuisance around the neighborhoods they lived in to destroy their own kind. Now the new wording is mass shooter. So that brings in the alphabet people. So this brings in bigger investigations. This brings in RICO acts. This brings in a whole bunch of stuff. So you got to be very careful of what they're doing around you. And with that being said, the gentleman who's being held right now in prison or jail, I'm not sure where he's at, with no bond. If you can see how he was used to get people to vote, to get them to sway them to be a part of something that didn't really, how can I state this, benefit our people. It never has. But we have to go out there and still express our opinion and still line ourselves up to get some type of mutual respect within that order to show that we are um, using our constitutional rights to do our due diligence. You see what I mean? So, yes, with that said, we're in a battle right now. It's a mental, intellectual, spiritual battle. It's physical also too. When it comes to your health, that's the physical part because they don't want you to be in good shape. Um, they don't want you to get the best nutrition. And this is going on all over the United States. See what I mean? It's not just affecting the low in class people. It's affecting all citizens now. The prices themselves have reached to an all-time high. I think I went to the store last time. I think I bought like 12 items. I think sorry, 15. It came up to damn near $100. I said, "Wow!" Back in the days, I used to get the bang for my buck. Now you go in there, nothing. You can barely get. I think I got like I think it was like a 12 pack, a 13 pack or something of juices, or called ran me like $10, $11. Got beans, got rice, got potatoes, bread, the norm. Certain stuff you would need, little munchies, and probably some other stuff on the side. And damn, look at it. I said, damn, $99 for just this small amount of stuff. So inflation rise like yeast. You know, and that's another thing I was going to put back into the topic that I was first talking about is candidates that we're picking. One side is a globalist. The other side to me is an imperial globalist. Um, and if you don't know what that means, you need to go back and do your research, or you need to look up the words imperial globalists, globalists, and people that do these type of things. Therefore, organizations, therefore funding organizations, they're money machine people who know how to accumulate money. They know how to organize groups from different nationalities and to finance different projects and to bring in the top dollar value and to keep everybody in a circle of just them basically having control, like a globe. You know how a globe is circle? They go around and around like a clock. It's clockwork with the money with them. Okay? They're franchises. They're business people. They're not really truly, to me, for the people all the way. Now, you may say one is better than the other, which may be true. Yes, that is true. One is better than the other because one has a good background in actually doing what they say. The other one has a worse background in doing what they're saying. They don't probably have any comprehension of what the hell they're doing. But I'm not going to pick on a person. I'm just giving you my opinion because that's a part of my freedom of speech. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not telling you to target, hurt, or harm anybody. I'm saying we have a right to speak these words. These words can motivate other people to now get insight, to want to see what's going on, to want to now figure out why this is happening. And it may also open their eyes to see, hey, where's this money that's going in my community? What are the local people here that are part of these unions? What are they putting their money into? What are the Congress people? What are my district leaders? What are they doing with the monies, the funds? Because, that's another thing. Look into your district leaders, look into your mayors, look into what they're doing with the funds that they're getting. Every year, each city, each place gets a lump sum of money. Look at what programs are they funding. Look at what money and income is. Where is it going? Is it going to better in the area? Is it giving job opportunities? Is it looking to build the area better? Is it making it less impoverished? Is it keeping everybody on a normal scale of working? You got to look at these type of things, and don't let a person try to force you into any type of slavery type of agenda to where you cannot express or um, argue or have a valid point to conversate with them and have a debate or discussion, because these are things that you need to do to open people's eyes. Sometimes they may not be aware that you have the intelligence to even talk to them. Sometimes they may just think that you don't even know what's going on around you. Sometimes we do know what's going on around us, but there's so much other problems going on with us, we can't asphyxiate on one issue. So, yes, when you're looking at these candidates, just make sure, read their policies, go over their past, see where they come from. Because you have candidates that they may have a history of background in a self-servant of the community. They may have political backgrounds and political science. They may have backgrounds in, what can I state, and historical research. It's a lot of these people have different backgrounds where they graduated and got PhDs, business associates degrees, associates degrees. They got different degrees in different aspects of knowledge. And then you got to also look and say, this person wants to be the treasurer of my area, and they want to treasure the money. And we're sitting on $58 million. Now, look at this person's background. If they're into real estate and they've been a real estate agent for 20 years, look at how many properties have they sold. Look at the areas that they worked in. Are those areas good, better off? These are the type of things that you need to really focus on. Because if you don't focus on these things, these will be the things that are going to come back later on and sneak up on you. With that said, I'm going to bust into my first break. I'm going to play another song that's coming from my album. It's MLROSE. It's Super MLROSE. Sorry about that. I apologize. But I'm going to get into another song and I'm going to bust that in for you. It's called Just Remember, Living on the Edge.
From now on, don't nobody talk to me directly. You understand? Just remember. I'm living on the edge. I'm living on the edge. Just remember.
Yeah. I'm back. Just remember, we're living on the edge. Pacific, Pacific meaning for that
Now on,
song.
don't nobody talk to me directly. You understand? I'm living on the edge.
Yeah, you just heard. Living on the edge right now. Living on a hope and a dream. Living on to find out who has the better scheme to lead us. Who has the better playbook? Who has more knowledge? Who's going to be the much more political giant? Who's going to stop the hunger issue? Who's going to stop the war issue that's coming? And another thing that we're looking at, we're on the verge of a World War III. If you didn't know this, um, it's kind of predicted. Um, you know, not from my perspective, but from biblical terms, um, from astrological terms, um, from I would say multiple different state this religions, beliefs, and it's another name for it, but I can't pronounce it at this point in time because I don't have that detailed information on the other different genres that express seeing visions. But multiple different cultures stated that this would come. They said somebody's going to come in the middle of the time, and they're going to sit everybody down, and it's going to be on the verge of war. We're supposed to have a year or two with peace, and then that's going to just break into all out chaos. We don't know uh, who that person's going to be because, once again, we are supposed to have a one world government, which that hasn't happened yet. So I cannot predict the time, moment, because in my religion, I believe in the Most High, the Messiah, the King of heaven and earth, the creator of all existence, creator of all there is, all there was, and all there ever will be. Um, no one will know the time, the date, the moment, the hour, the second. You'll never know what's going to happen. And on top of that, we have a asteroid that just came out of nowhere, or a small moon, which makes no damn sense to me. Just sounds like another bunch of gibberish BS that they're putting out there. We don't know if that's a satellite. We don't know what it is. We're not really clear on any information that goes on this planet. We're just living day to day, and people are giving out their knowledge of what it is. And sometimes it's factual, and sometimes it's not. So I can't really dictate to you what's real and what's not real. But if it is another moon, it's very odd. But the funny thing about this is, way back in 2015, they said we had another moon. Very strange. Now all of a sudden we have another moon. I don't understand what this is. If you do your research and you go back to some bloggers or internet podcasts or either people who made videos, you would see that if you look up 2015 to 18, there was already information about us having a second smaller moon or a second mass asteroid that was circling around the moon or around the Earth. So this is odd to me again. Then on top of that, it's like that asphyxiation on that is being focused on. Um, Supposedly, there's a mass um, something in space that's headed toward the Earth, and it's the size of a city. It's look like it doesn't have a structure of an asteroid. It looks like a actual floating large city. So I don't know if this is real, this is fake. I don't know if this is the thing that they were talking about last 2 years ago about the alien invasion. I don't know if this is going to be another topic that's going to play out that we're going to be invaded by aliens. It's just a lot of drama to me. Just another thing that throw your mind off from the real, true aspects that's going on right now at this point in time, and that's the political, presidential elections. We're seeing a lot of different catastrophic events happening. Some of them are real, some of them are not. I don't know. I'm not a person with that educational background to I guess how you can say this, detect every phenomenal aspect of information and what that's happening at the moment in time. I don't have satellite feed connection. I don't know about all these things. I just go by research or what I see on social media, on news outlets, and what I read and what I also study on. So I don't know 100% if some of this stuff is 100% accurate. Then on top of that, the Grand Canyon, uh, they had two finds in the Grand Canyon. One was a statue. I think they said it was like probably as big as a five-story building. And the statue was kind of embedded in a rock that was on a large cliff area type area, and it was like a Egyptian statue. So they found that. Then they found a couple of other things, which is another weird situation. The Grand Canyon. Um, you can't really go too far into the Grand Canyon, um, but you can visit. I've been to Arizona before, um, near the Grand Canyon, um, and I've been over there. We went to a place with it was, I think it was a petrified area. I think a volcano, and very strange. 'Cause I didn't know they even had volcanoes over there in that area, but it was a few volcanoes. They're not active anymore, but there was a volcano that blew up in that area. They said it was a large wooded area. They have like not photos, but they have native indigenous tribes that been there, and they have their recollection. You know, the little stuff that they put together, pieces that they show, and their great ancestors said it was a big forest, a lush green forest there. That's why they said I guess they have the monsoons because it used to be forest there. So they said a big gigantic eruption happened there, like a volcano, which why now it's a desert area because it burnt. And then when we went over there, we seen like these petrified pieces. Um, some are so big you can't move them. They're actually structures, and they're there for you to take pictures of. They're very large mounds that look like volcanoes. Then the other ones are large pieces of wood that was left over in shops that they sell along that area. Then we were trying to get to Area 51 too, also, which is very strange because all these areas are not too far away from each other if you think about it. Um, and yeah, that's just some detailed information that's going on at the moment. I just wanted to put that into my Rose Room discussion. But back to the serious topic that is the election. And I just wanted to express that this is a very volatile time. I don't really know who's going to win because I cannot foresee the future once again. But I just know that whatever candidate wins, we have to really, hopefully, um, pray at this time. And if you don't have a faith in praying, whatever you do, that they will look at the real significant issues that's facing us as a country, the food crisis, the gas crisis. Because remember, the the prices for gasoline has not gone down. Um, Inflation prices for living and cost of living has not gone down. Um, and all the funding that we need and medical supplies for another event like COVID. We could be hit with another one of those again. And hopefully, who's ever going to be in office will be prepared and have significant outlets or have some type of details on how to combat the situation. Because last time we were not really prepared. This time, with already having faced the situation, we should now have a game plan set for the future if we have another COVID outbreak or something worse than COVID. Um, but once again, I don't know. But these are all the things that you need to really focus on and be prepared for when you're looking to vote for what candidate, what mayor, what governor, what congressman, what person that you feel should be in the right positions, what laws you think need to be passed, what bills need to be passed. These are all things that's going to be in the capability of your hands and your decision making. Another thing that's going on too um, is that you should also look into. When these candidates are picked in these offices, will they be giving out grants for equally to all groups of races? Will these grants only be focused on certain groups and races? Will these grants be given to every group and every race? See what I mean? You got to also want to know, what are they going to do? Are they going to put enough money here for people that are black? Put money here for people that are Asian? Put money here for people that are Hispanic? Put money here for people that are Arabic? Is it going to be split all down the middle? Is one side going to get more? Will there be more benefits on this side? More medical health? Will laws be passed to help out other groups and basically dysfunction and to deprive other groups? You want to know these type of things. It's not a racist thing. It's a thing to know that you're being treated equal in a country that is united, right? This is the United States. So united we stand, divided we fall, right? So if one group is given 55 million, the other group should be given the same damn thing. It shouldn't be anything to where, oh, we're running out of funds and next month they're giving another 100 million to another group. Oh, we don't have the funds right now, and next 2 months they're giving another 60 million to another group, and they're depriving that one group. So stand on business, stand up, make your voice known. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. This is your time. With these young people out here, um, I know some of them are political and some of them are not. Some of them go to school right now for politics, social economics and politics. They go there right now to learn the structure of the system so they can know how to maneuver it correctly, know how to get the proper spending, know how to make the right investments, and they want to also know how to get an early retirement with their future, because that's what most people are doing now. They're running their own companies from home. These podcasts sometimes are worth more money. And like I said, when it comes to people our nationality, we're kind of left out in a loophole of a lot of different things because they're also giving out funding and educational grants and also grants for certain races and nationalities to fund them with their projects and with their podcasts and with their endeavors and with all the things that they're doing. You're not given that. Then you got to also look at, when some of these people have these podcasts that are speaking political standpoints, are they here to fixate and only focus and talk down about people that are of your nationality to get a certain plateau and to use that to gain more followers and listeners? Are they here on a bias point? Are they here on a standpoint to where they're on an equal ground talking about all topics? Remember, just like you voting, picking candidates, you're also doing the same thing with people you support, who you get your information from, who you agree with, who you like and subscribe and follow. It's a big issue. It's not a game out here. If you're picking somebody because they're a nationality and they're dressing in hip hop clothing and talking hip hop clothing and then had sex with one or two black women, and somehow you just feel like they have a good standing ground with your people, but they don't have any type of background of helping anybody, you can be bamboozled and played out here very easily. Just like how these politicians do the same thing to our people. They have you vote for them, they get into these offices, and then when they get into the office, they don't even care about who you are. They don't even talk to you. They don't even have no type of relationship with you. They will even unfollow you. They'll even block you out. They'll even act like you don't even exist. So it's the same thing when you're looking at these people on these platforms. What are they talking about? Who are they really acknowledging? Who are they helping? What is their true, actual rhyme to their reason? Are they looking to belittle your people? Are they looking to steal your essence of your people? Are they looking to use that as a way to belittle and downplay your people on any aspect of them having growth in their community? So you got to really look at all these things. These things will tell you a lot to dictate what's coming in the future. Once again, like I stated at the first point, that I made a small and how can I state this? A small conversational, you know, awareness about hip hop. Hip hop is a political aspect of voice in a community of people that are urban and that come from a lower income background. Once again, look at what happened to hip hop. As you can see, like I stated, with the gentleman who's now in jail, he's bringing down the whole value of hip hop, which I stated this before in one of my podcasts. It was going to happen because they're not letting people with real music, with real talent, get in the position. It's only being done because they're taking the oath with these people in power who keep wanting to display the same negative imagery. And these are the people that you voted into these positions who you now allow to dictate what your music is that's made in an urban area that they do not know how to make. They have no means of how to make your ingredients. They don't know how to make it from scratch. You do. And now they're going to dictate to you what your value is as a person. Come on now. So we got to look at that. That also plays in part of what's happening around us. The vibration and the energy all circles back around. Like I told you, globalism. Um, uh, these people are on the same type of vibration, and their vibration is to keep the money and wealth going around clockwise in their favor, not in yours. You're not going to be the numbers in the middle. You're not going to be the fingers that tell the time. You're going to be the damn structure outside that holds it up. That's how they looking to you to be, and they demand you hold it up. Because when you're holding it up, you're holding them up. You're making them look good, not yourself. They're telling you and dictating to you what your value is as a person. So, like I said, just like our power to stand up and go to any type of damn ballot and pick a candidate, you have the power to dictate what you want them to do. Do not let them dictate to you what they want you to do. Because at any time, we can all stop working and stop doing everything and just walk away from this whole society, and they would not know what to do. I'm serious. We can all stop working, stop paying bills all at the same time, and this whole society would shut down. They would not know what to do. And we can just go on the store and get everything we want for free. We can pass laws if we was under one group who had this whole decision to make this happen and create a political standpoint and to create laws and to create bills that would pass in our favor based upon the structure of society, what's going on, and us coming together as a common group and making this decision. There's no law that can come in. They can't come and shoot you for everybody stop working. They can't do anything. This is based upon you being the outside pieces holding up a structure for them to be seen as a very pretty, beautiful work of art. But they're not the ones that was carved to hold it up. They're just the ones displayed to be seen. So we have our work ahead of us right now. With that said, I'm going to come back and have one more little discussion. And then after that, I'm going. I want to play one more song from my new album. Once again, it's Super MLROSE. It's going to be out soon. So take a listen.
Grab the mic and never took
All right, all right, all right, all right. That's one of my new songs. Once again, on my album that's going to be out soon. It's Super MLROSE. I have a bunch of other little nice little instrumentals, like I stated. Back in the past, I don't do any more rapping anymore because a person challenged me, and their challenge was that they wanted to me they wanted me to make something positive. Because back in the days when I first started my quest in doing hip hop, I was with a bunch of people, and the message was very raw. A lot of violent conversation, talking. Um, from their perspective, as an elder, they felt that it was very derogatory. So I was challenged to make music that had no aspect of hatred, destruction, killing, murder, and that's what I decided to make my mission to do instrumentals. And that's all I do now is instrumentals with samples, because I feel like it's something that everybody can connect with. You don't have to. If music is universal to where a baby, I can meet a person from another country, I can meet a person from another nationality, and I can put on some music, and the first thing they would know is the dance. It's just something spiritual energy. You'll know from any culture. As soon as the vibration of drums, uh, kicks, claps, snaps, anything comes in, horns, trumpets, whatever you want to call it, at any format of something being played, it brings the vibration of people wanting to feel free to express themselves in a way of dancing. So I feel like, what's the easiest way of getting along with a person? Music is universal. It's the most intelligent sound that you can find with anyone. It connects with anything, and even a damn animal can dance to some damn music. We've seen that in multiple videos on the damn internet. So that's why I do that. But back to the topic at hand. I'm going to get into this last and final discussion. And this discussion is based upon my theory of what may and may not go down. Um, what I feel is if this woman gets elected, and this is just my theory, I'm not telling everybody else that they don't have to elect this person, they don't have to vote for this person, nothing. We will be in a place of lockdown. Um, Once again, you got to understand this is the same woman who was involved with COVID-19, who was involved with these bills being passed, who was involved with the lockdown, who was involved with the injections. And as you can see, there's a lot of lawsuits coming back on those injections. I'm not going to say what injections. Let's just say BBL injections. Okay, we're not going to say what the injections really are. We're just going to say BBL. Okay, and as you can see with the BBLs, is making a lot of people sick. Okay, so with that stated right there, you got to think about that. Then you got to think about during that time during the COVID, when this woman was given that power, along with the person that's in office right now. What happened? Look at all the businesses closed down. Look at all the jobs that were lost. Look at all the problems that happened. Look at how all the gangs, all the stuff happened, the marches, the non policed communities, the funding dropped. We damn near was about to go into a military standoff in certain places where they're going to declare, martial law. So just look at that and just think about now what's happening with the economy being in the shape that it's in, the money being shifted off to every other place but the people here. And another note I wanted to state to you this is right here. Look at the funding that was given to all these groups that are using it now to cause war amongst each other. Remember, we begged for our reparations at this time. Am I correct? None of that money would have been used to buy no damn missiles, to fund no armies, to fund no type of militia groups. None of that would have been used to progress, clean up, and create better foundation in America, which we live, and to create a common ground for people to now have a political standpoint, to have an economical standpoint, and to have a better educational outlet for those who are impoverished in life. That money would have been used for better causes. But as you can see, that money that was shipped off to these other groups, look what it's being used for: more bullets, more guns, more murders, more killings, more bombings. Nothing is being used for nothing that's right. So I'm just telling you, if you're going to put that ball into that person's hand, think about what they have done at this point in time thus far. Have they changed anything in the narratives? And then you got to also look at this person and their track record of imprisoning and also incarceration of black mothers and black males. And if you don't believe me, check out the young man from San Francisco, California, from the Visitation Valley area district in the projects known as Sunnydale. When you look into his story, he's going to tell you about what happened and what transpired with this woman and how she got down. Okay? You can take it from there on your own. You don't have to listen to nothing I'm telling you. Just take it from there and you'll see. And then you have other stories with other mothers, which I just seen today with a young lady who had sickle cell anemia, which she could not make it to school. The mother was actually arrested. The mother lost her job during that time. She lost her house. She could not pay her bills. They went homeless. The daughter was then put into a hospital again where she had a stroke at a young age of 13. A baby's not supposed to have a stroke at all. That's because too much chemicals was pumped into the child's body. And the child body's not strong enough to fight these chemicals off because they're too young and the immune system is not fully developed and grown yet. So just think about that. Now, on the other hand, you have the other candidate. And what I'm seeing that lacks on that side is that you have too many people that have hate groups connected to them. Now, this candidate themselves may not be a hateful person. They may just be a political global person who gets along with other people and know how to accumulate and put money in a better perspective and spend it in the right narrative. But the groups that are connected with the person and who want to connect themselves with him are too freaking violent. They're too mentally ill. They're too angry about stuff. They're not looking to fix nothing, but they're looking to attack every other mother effing group. They want to cause mass shootings, killings, murder, and there's too many people linked to that group that have too many mental health issues. And I think they need to get that group under control. If they do that, we'll have a great place. Because with all that ammunition you got, you should be looking at these people that's bringing all this dope here. You should be looking at all these groups that's coming here bringing this COVID. You should be looking at all these groups and these agents and these double agents that are here that are bringing fentanyl, heroin, ISO, and every damn drug that they're bringing here to destroy American people and youth and kids. If you channel that anger on them, maybe it'll be a better place. And on top of that, we also got to look at too. There's a lot of people that want to hurt this person due to him being who he is, and that's another issue. The security is not up to par. You see what I mean? I've never seen a person have two attempts on their life and barely have any MF in security. That's the craziest thing I ever seen before in my life. You see what I mean? I think one of the presidents we had, oh, I think it was the African American male. He had an attempt on his life where a bullet came through. They made sure that they closed that whole section off. If you go back and do your research, they made sure that they put agents in those apartments in that area. They was looking for the person. They got the person. The person has not been heard from. They went to Guantanamo Bay, but they closed it down. You never heard what happened to that person. That person's probably no longer with us at all. But yes, what I'm saying to you is that if they're willing to do all that, what is the problem? You see what I mean? Then we got to understand, if this person does not win, what's going to be the outcome? Are we going to go into a civil war here in this country? Because you have the side that wants this person to win. These people have the most money. They have the most influence in the society. They're living the best lives. They have income on and on. They're part of these groups. These groups are sometimes radical, and they really bust ahead real quick for no apparent reason. And that part to me, on each side, I don't really know who I'm going to deal with. You see what I mean? But I got to make a choice. But that's what I'm saying. It's really a hard one because you don't know what to think and what's going to come. You know what I mean? At one group, I don't want to be sitting here in my own country fighting against people, and in one group, I don't want to be sitting here in my own country being held hostage and being attacked by my own people. You see what I mean? So it's like you're in a rock and a hard place right now. I don't know where we're gonna go. We're just at the point to where, like I said, we're on the damn edge. So with that said, this is the Rose Room discussion. Uh, Make sure you keep your mind right, your spirit right, your physical right, and just stay on the right path. Keep your faith in whatever you're doing, as long as you don't hurt anybody, harm anybody, force anybody, or try to use it to wage war against another person for their racial, um, ethical background, color, origins, or religion. Just be happy that you're here and you're doing good. You know what I mean? But other than that, we have a lot of work to do. It's our due diligence as citizens of this country, and we have to make these choices no matter what. I thank you if you listen to my podcast. I thank you and appreciate you if you support my music, and I thank you and appreciate you for everything, and send nothing but peace, love to you. Thank you. Enjoy yourself. I want to leave you. I said lead you. Sorry about that. I got tongue tied. I'm going to leave you with another song from my album, and you tell me what you think.
Championship stack, black towers, soda floats, rushing up, thought they baptized your daughter pure. Misfits hit with spits, that's how we endure. Calculating plays like chess, no board flips. Fall of rhymes, deep dives, got the ocean's tips. Organizing chaos, I'm the maestro, the scheme. Haters dream while I beam, I'm the laser in your screen. Head coach, orchestrate, rap game savior. Led by the maestros, the soulful flavor. Black Town's heartbeat, so the flow surrender. In this rap world, no contenders, just surrender.